What is your thoughts when you hear they done took down Puff, they done took down all these other powerful black people? Jay-Z's like the lone.
Jay is them people. If you do the history of most of the people that got in trouble in the industry, big trouble, who they went to for help?
All of them. I also saw Diddy, if I think about, at the Rock Nation brunch that I went to. I remember Diddy and Jay inseparable at the party. They're just probably best friends.
Look at me in my face, right? During my trial, look at me in my face telling me, yo, don't worry about it, bro. I got you. And I never see him again.
The media isn't the only source of Jay-Z's current controversy. His old friend DeHaven Orby has come forth with startling allegations that back up Jaguar's correct remarks, which cast Jay in an even more negative light. No, this isn't only retaliation. According to D.H. Haven's revelations, Jay has been taking advantage of those closest to him for years, using them for his own pleasure, and then dumping them when he no longer needs them. Just what did DeHaven say, and is there any truth to his claims? Let's find out. DeHaven Herbie used to be Jay-Z's friend from back in the day. They both grew up in the Marcy Houses projects in Brooklyn, and his life took a turn when he was caught dealing illegal substances. Well, that's kind of when Jay drifted away from his old pal. DeHaven didn't handle that well back in 2007 and released a YouTube video accusing Jay of abandoning his people.
I'm here to expose this Jay for who he really is and what type of nigga he is.
In the song No Hooks from his new album American Gangster, Jay retorted that he rapped Screwy Haven for Kevin, which is why we don't talk. He implied that DeHaven betrayed his friends, which only made matters worse, and now DeHaven is making some grave accusations again, just like Jaguar Wright did.
I'm here to expose this nigga for who he really is and what type of nigga he is. But at the same time, I'm gonna let y'all know how I'm responsible for that whole Rockefeller empire. I'm gonna let y'all know about most of the shit he talking about on the record and who he talking about on record and all that other shit. You know, all them subliminal messages and shit like that. I'm gonna let you know how foul, how Dame is. I'm gonna let you know I'm gonna make you know the whole breakdown over that shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you know how his family, you know what I'm saying, how they totally, how disrespectful their family is, you know what I'm saying, how down from the mother on down, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to, I'm just gonna let y'all know how bad the game up and how blind they got.
When DeHaven first appeared on Real Life Productions, he began by discussing how he initially got to know Jay-Z.
I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple.
In your opinion, was Jay street smart? He shares several interesting anecdotes, especially regarding how he and Jay used to work together on projects and about Jay's early love of music. He also disclosed that Jay was always street smart.
And you read my story, you scratching your head like, shit, I'd be more just bitter still at this point. But yeah, we come from here, bro. Me and Jay, we come from here, 7, 8 years old, 4th grade, 5th grade.
And where was the location for those that don't know? Marcy Project, right?
Yeah, we come from Marcy and shit, you know? I'm going to school one day and I see him and I noticed that his way of path to school is the same path as mine, and we leaving out the same building.
Are you older than Jay-Z at the time? Y'all the same age?
I'm 6 months older.
Got you. So yeah. Same age, pretty much. Yeah.
But he wasn't just praising Jay. Instead, he called him out for his shady behavior and called him a coward.
So would you say Jay was street smart?
Yeah.
Who was smarter, you or him, when it came to the streets?
He was.
Why you say that?
Cause I'm gonna go in hard and heavy, and he gonna think about it.
Then DeHaven really started spilling the tea when the interviewers asked him what specifically constituted Jay a coward after he said that.
Wow. Cold-hearted.
Right.
Sell out?
No,
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Going out there.
What would I label him as? It's just a lot of cowardly shit he done. Right?
He also disclosed that Jay was never really a friend, which was startling considering DeHeaven had spent his entire life defending Jay on the streets. While he might have been streetwise, DeHeaven was an expert in actual combat.
Look at me in my face, right? During my trial, look at me in my face telling me, yo, don't worry about it, bro. I got you. And I never see him again. And I come to you and say, yo, look, I don't need nothing but help to get out of this lawyer. I just get lawyer, I don't give a fuck, I need help to get out of this. And you say, yo, relax, don't worry about it, bro, I got you. And I never see you again. I think that might have been the worst.
Interestingly, DeHeaven appeared to support Jaguar for someone who grew up with Jay. You would think that if the rumors weren't true, he would deny them. But instead, he thanked Jag for carrying out God's will and pointed out that Jay never dared to challenge Jag's claims with a 10-foot pole, yet he did come after him to heaven. It's almost as if he is terrified of Jag and what she has to say to the world.
I was going to ask, so was Jay-Z really your friend? I know you was his friend, but was he really your friend?
They was family, sound.
I mean, shit, it'd be family, but nigga.
It's almost like a nigga could be higher than jealousy for a long time. Nigga who wants your spot. He could cheer you on and this and that, and the whole time he could be learning from your mistakes. He could be building his shit the way he wanted it.
Because you know what I'm noticing about all of the what encompasses around him is greed. Oskino, Dame, it's everybody's saying greed.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like,
you say greed?
Greed.
The money?
Yes.
Yeah. Or the power, one of the two.
I mean, it looks more like power.
It's this spell, right?
Right.
That Jay got.
And get this, DeHeaven added that Jay will receive what is due to him. The music mogul may believe he is untouchable, but that is not from the case.
A lot of people, Jazzo, Source Money, it's a slew of people that he just ruined their careers. Right. And I'm talking about people we grew up with.
And he also attested to Jay's use of blackmail to manipulate public opinion.
Why do you associate with Jaguar? Jaguar, shout out to Jaguar, man. That's my girl. You understand what I'm saying? Jaguar put me in the... Jaguar got me here. When most they ain't fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Jaguar got me here. People like, yo, man, you know, what you think about what she be saying? Well, some of the stuff Jaguar speaks, when she say something, it's not happening. Then when it happens, they like, oh, Jaguar, this and that. Who's to say that she's calling her a liar about what she might know and what she might. I can't call her no liar. You ain't question Jay credibility about what he just said about me.
Regarding his relationship with Diddy, DeHeaven stated that he doesn't want to use the same old cliche and claim that Jay and Diddy mess with each other, but he just thinks the truth will eventually surface.
But he had never mentioned my name. Because these guys it's like they walk on eggshells when they have to speak about things. Instead of speaking, you see, I think I sent you that thing with Jazz. Jazz went in when they was going at it, Bo and Jay. But you look at the Jazz now, it's like he's on eggshells now. Like something happened. Like this can stop your career or whatever you're doing.
The most recent lawsuits against Diddy allege that major celebrities were involved in the freak-offs, so it appears that all of these insiders are correct. Attorney Tony Busby wasn't kidding when he stated that he would be pursuing high-profile celebrities involved in Diddy's freak-offs and bringing down half of Hollywood.
Jaguar kind of alluded to Jay-Z may be next. What is your thoughts when you hear the world like they done took down Puff, they done took down all these other powerful black people? Jay-Z's like the lone standing powerful black man. If you do the track wrestling on them, Jay is them people. If you do the history of most of the people that got in trouble in the industry, big trouble, who they went to for help? When Lil Wayne was in trouble, who'd he go to? When Meek Mills was in trouble, who'd he go to? Meek Mills said it himself.
Desiree helped me. You understand? So how could he be up next? You know what I'm saying? He is them people. They go to him when they got problems. And what they gonna say if he don't come up in nothing? What they gonna say? Told you, he ain't got nothing to do with that. They still gonna cover it up anyway. But I don't think they coming after him at all. I don't think they got, like I said, I think he is them. He has a relationship with them. You talking about a woman that had a relationship with the feds for 20 something years, right? When you working for them, you got an agent, your agent that's in charge of you. You think she don't have no relationships with over the years with all these agents that became retired and connected and this and that and the third till they just know shit? She got power. That's power over there. You know what I'm saying? Who you wanting one on your side? You got them on your side? You know what I'm saying? If something happened with him, it's gonna be about a money situation. It ain't gonna be nothing that's going to hurt. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't see them going after him. You know what I'm saying? But everything Jaguar be saying do flourish.
He recently brought a lawsuit on behalf of Diddy's victim, who was only 13 at the time of the incident. To make matters worse, 2 other celebrities were also involved in the terrorization of the poor girl. According to court documents, defendant Combs grape-fed and rubbed a 13-year-old at a house party. Many others were there, but some took part in it. For years, Combs has been free to act in this way without facing any repercussions because he thinks he is above the law, but it turns out that on September 7, 2000, defendant Jane Doe traveled to Radio City Music Hall in New York City for the VMAs. Although she didn't actually have a ticket, she was hanging around the limo drivers in the hopes of striking it lucky, which is exactly what happened. She was approached by one of Diddy's limo drivers, who informed her that Combs preferred younger women and that she was the kind of lady Diddy was searching for. Diddy invited her to an after-party instead of letting her attend the awards. Jane didn't think much about it because she was so thrilled about the chance, so she hopped in the car and was driven to a large white house about 20 minutes away, where she was met with a typical scenario. According to court documents, the plaintiff had a drink that tasted like orange juice, cranberry juice, and something bitter after just one drink. She was surrounded by high-profile celebrities, illegal substances, and alcohol, but things swiftly went south for her. The plaintiff started feeling dizzy and lightheaded, which made her need to lie down. According to the court documents, she went into what she thought was an empty bedroom to lie down for a little while without locking the door. Shortly after, a male and female celebrity entered the room, and Combs aggressively approached the plaintiff, grabbing her and saying, "You're ready to party." Combs then threw the plaintiff in front of another male celebrity, Celebrity A, who took off the plaintiff's clothes as she became increasingly confused. As she became more and more confused, Celebrity A held the plaintiff down and raped her while Combs and Celebrity B watched. After the male celebrity finished, Combs grabbed the plaintiff while Celebrity A and Celebrity B watched before things could get any worse. After striking Diddy in the neck, Jane fled to the closest petrol station. Many people believe that Jay and Beyonce could be the celebrities, even though Tony didn't disclose their identities. Why, given that these two have seldom missed a Diddy party and that there is already a lot of talk about their relationship with Diddy.
I'm talking about the people that participated, encouraged it, egged it on. They know who they are. I call them the facilitators of foul play, willing participants in vile conduct. As we identify them, each will be part of this case as defendants. These defendants will not only include individuals, but would also include corporate entities.
On his podcast, Jason Lee revealed some startling allegations that Jay had been phoning him to discuss Diddy. Jason began by describing how he witnessed Jay and Diddy holding hands at the Rock Nation brunches.
That is it, you guys. I saw him in Vegas at a party where Jay-Z was there, Diddy was there, my friend Kathy White that y'all...
He continued by discussing Jay's pregnant mistress, Kathy White, and the accusations that he had dumped her to keep his marriage intact. He even brought up Jag's attempts to reveal the truth.
All of them. I also saw Diddy, I think about, at the Rock Nation brunch that I went to. I remember Diddy and Jay inseparable at the party. They just probably best friends. They probably both grew up in New York. They're New Yorkers. I don't know their relationship. I don't know what business they got going on, but they are really close with one another. They are friends.
Jason then revealed that things had been a little crazy ever since Jag sat down on Piers Morgan, which makes sense given that she sort of did sit down on international stage and make some serious allegations about Jay. After she shook things up, Jason began receiving some really strong calls.
She did this interview with the Real Life Street Stars podcast, and Jaguar also alleged that Diddy knows something about Kathy's death and that he should start snitching. This is what she said.
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died of an imaginary aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the f are these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is f***ing you. And the boss's boss don't get no f***. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You go when you get f***ed over by the industry. Nowhere.
Now, some fans claim that Jay may have been contacting Jason in order to carry out his wishes on behalf of the music mogul and halt the discussion. If you believe that to be a stretch, you might want to listen to what Jason had to say near the end of the video.
They're Beyonce and Jay-Z. Why would they do that?
Because this is...
Why have I been getting calls?
Because this is like...
Why am I getting calls and I haven't even said anything?
Because this is the monster of all monsters.
Who? Me?
This Diddy case.
Why would I, Jason Lee, I'm getting calls and I haven't even said anything. They ain't called me to go to the Rock Nation brunch. They haven't called me to go to the Gold Party.
To accept being honored
They
at the
haven't
award
called
show.
me when we offered to honor Jay-Z at the award show. They didn't call me to go to the press conference about striking the deal with the NFL while we were kneeling for Kaepernick. They didn't call me to ask me what I thought about her hair care product. They didn't call me to offer a free bottle of her perfume. I didn't get to go backstage on her tour for the Renaissance. In fact, when the video circulated making it look like I've been chasing her around like a super fan, which I am a super fan, but I chase nobody. Nobody's called me to clear that up. I haven't gotten a delivery of white flowers with a little card from Beyonce. Why is everybody calling me now?
Oh, and you also stopped.
We not gonna even go there. I stopped a major thing for Beyonce.
Now, Jason didn't blow the ball out of the park like Jag did, but he did stir things up. What fans find interesting is that Jay and Beyonce didn't give him a cease and desist. They believe that Jay must have realized how foolish it was to attack Jag's claims on the Piers Morgan show because it raised alarm bells, which is why they are choosing to remain silent at the moment. According to reports, they have already talked about what they knew, and if it were to leak, it would be embarrassing. This seems like a wise move, but ultimately, Jay can't deny his relationship with Diddy, and the way things are going, it looks like it's only a matter of time until the music mogul and his wife are exposed, and fans are praying for his downfall.
Video for Jay-Z. Jay-Z, you're watching. I know you're watching, but you got people calling me. Stop having people call me. You can call me yourself. You know how to get my number. You know you got people calling me. Call me yourself, because this right here is going to go viral. The way my job works on the internet, everybody's going to be clipping on TikTok. Watch this. Do your thing, TikTok. Jay-Z and Beyonce is going to see this. I am exhausted with people calling me about Jay-Z and Beyonce. You've never called for anything else, and I haven't even said anything about you yet. And yet I'm getting all these calls. I've gotten more calls over the weekend about Jay-Z and Beyonce. You know, I think this is an opportunity to have a bridge and have a conversation about how this thing works, because I'm not a publicist. I am not I'm just Jason, okay? And I have opinions about unlocking Hollywood.
Grab a seat, people. Jaguar Wright just revealed the most shocking revelation of the decade, and this is going to turn into an episode of Law and Order very soon. So here's the deal. Remember Clarence Avant, the Black Godfather, who was the industry at one point. Although many people think that his death may have been caused by natural causes, Jaguars are hinting at a whole conspiracy. According to her, that Jay's and Diddy may have removed clearance to secure their position in the industry. Given everything that has come to light about these two fans, do you think Jaguar might be onto something? If so, is there any truth to Jaguar's claims at all? Let's find out. Bill Withers contributed money for Presidents Bill Clinton and Barack Obama in addition to assisting Michael Jackson with his first solo tour.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Last November, 2021, there was a Rock Nation brunch. Clarence Avant, the Black Godfather of the industry, responsible for Quincy Jones' career, brought us Bill Withers, took care of niggas in the game for the Jews for many years, decades. At the dinner, he expressed he had no interest in retiring, and he was looking forward to working with Rock Nation to build a better, brighter future for our people in music. 3 weeks later, some random motherfucker wanders into his mansion with armed security and all that shit, with a fucking AR, a rifle, and shot his 80-year-old wife, Jaguar Wright, in the back.
But so what? That's part of the game. You know, you don't stop because you fail. Then you don't. It's like, if my attitude is hey, when I'm dead, then so far nobody's been able to come back and tell me about death.
Sadly, Avant died on August 13th, 2023. According to a family statement sent to NPR, he passed away quietly at home in Los Angeles on Sunday at the age of 92. The cause of death was not disclosed. On December 1st, 2021, Jacqueline, who was 81 at the time, was found dead from a gunshot wound. According to reports, a man named Ariel Mayer broke into the couple's home and shot Jacqueline in the back. Ariel was arrested right away and sentenced to 190 years to life in prison for the horrific crime. But fans weren't entirely satisfied with the story because there were too many unanswered questions. For example, the publicist claimed that Avant had been suffering from dementia towards the end of his life, which, guess what, led to a devastating home invasion that killed his wife of 54 years, Jacqueline Avant, in 2021.
Say something that, or see something that people will relate to based on the fact we lost a pioneer in the music, movie, and entertainment building business today. And we lost a pioneer from Norfolk, Virginia, who was instrumental in Mogul, Timberland, Missy Elliott, Aaliyah. Mogul was instrumental in helping that whole force rise to the fame and notoriety that they have.
Some others believe the offender had insider assistance.
And kills it. Now let's look at the particulars of this story. Some things are weird. Why would some random dusty nigga run up to that particular house? All the houses in Beverly Hills, and he just happens to run up to the black person's house. You skip over all of those people's homes and just target that one in particular. You understand? Now, a lot of people are saying this looks like a targeted hit. Yeah, that's what it smells like, but we want to know who orchestrated it. Who was behind it? We have to ask a lot of questions here. We got to ask a lot of questions here. Now, what they said, the suspect, and let me pull up an article about this situation. They said the suspect, hold on, and let me show the suspect. Here's the suspect here, hold on. They said the suspect basically, and this is a mugshot of the suspect, a dude named Ariel Mayer. They said basically he robbed their house, killed her, and then he went to another house to rob it, but he accidentally shot himself in the foot. He had an AR-15. He ran up in Clarence Avant's house in Beverly Hills, and they got security. The dude shot at security, from what I understand, but security didn't fire back. The security at Clarence Avant's place, he didn't fire back. I'm looking right here. It says Clarence, where she died, a security guard was also on the property at the time. Okay. So the security guy didn't shoot back. And let me show y'all something else that's very interesting. Yeah, somebody said he looked non-FBA. This dude, yeah, he does look non-FBA, to be honest. This dude looked like he could possibly be Belizean or something like that. The suspect. This is how a lot of those Belizean cats look like out here in LA. A lot of them have this look. When you see cats who look like this, a lot of these dudes are actually Belizean out here in LA. All right, a lot of dudes in LA are actually Belizean, and they look just like this. So we don't know what's up with this dude's background. And from what I understand, this dude is a Pyru. This is what I'm hearing on the streets. This dude is a Pyru, from what I understand. So it's very interesting. It's very convenient to just kind of throw it to, okay, it was a gangbanger home invasion. That's a little bit too convenient for me.
Oh, and you want fans to think that this guy, who was only apprehended after shooting himself in the foot, managed to enter one of the most prestigious neighborhoods? I'm pretty sure it takes a certain amount of street smarts to do that, but given how this guy was apprehended, fans won't call him a genius thief. When you think about it that way, there's only one scenario in which the criminal could have successfully broken into Avant's house, and that's if he had insider assistance.
This is the house right here. Now, as you see, ladies and gentlemen, this is the house. As you see, the glass was broken from the inside. Okay. Just an observation. Now, there could be several scenarios. Maybe he broke in one way and broke out the other way. Usually how a person breaks in, they break out the same way. I don't know. But as you see here, this is a shot of the house, and the window, it was broken from the inside to the outside. So why didn't the burglar just leave out the same way he came in? I mean, we have to ask questions like this. We have to ask questions like this. Was this security guard in on it? Was it a setup? Was it an inside job? Who was the security guard? You understand? How did this nigga know how to go up in this house and skip past security alarms? I'm pretty sure they got security alarms, gates, or whatever. How did this dude know how to do all that in this exclusive neighborhood? And listen, what they said again, they said that he broke into another house, and they caught him because he broke into the other house and shot himself in the foot with that AR-15. Let me talk to my gun people for a minute. Boy, don't those AR-15s pack a little punch on them? Those AR-15s they pack a little punch, don't they? Talk to me for a minute, family. You know, I know a little bit about guns, but my AR-15 people, don't those AR-15s pack kind of a hefty kick to them? And the dude, allegedly, they said he shot himself in the foot. And this is the dude right here. They taking him out in a stretcher. And all they have is they got a little bandage around his foot. Dude, don't you know an AR-15 will take your whole foot off?
What is the truth here? Then, turn right into Jaguar. She believes that Diddy and Jay-Z were involved in everything that happened to the Avants. She claims that a year prior to someone breaking into his house, Clarence was at a Rock Nation brunch, and guess what? He mentioned that he didn't want to retire from the race just yet. Diddy and Jay were waiting for him to withdraw from the race, so they could take his place on the throne, murderer.
At the time, she was 81, and they came in and they unalived that lady. They shot that lady. Now, I think that's so crazy to live through the civil rights movement, to have your whole life, to be all the way in your 80s, and you unalived by a bullet. People are crazy, and they have no respect for anything anymore. Because I don't think they left that house with any jewels or anything. They just killed that lady and bumped, which to me, it's a lot more.
In truth, Gondil had some thoughts on the subject. He claimed that Jay-Z and Diddy were being prepared to replace Clarence in the business.
Murderer, once upon arrest, laughed about it to the police and told them how he enjoyed shooting that old woman in the back. Like he ain't have a care in the world. I recently found out that 3 days after that, apparently Clarence Avon has went into a state of full-blown dementia, progressive dementia, eating applesauce and blowing bubbles in milk and shit. But 3 weeks before that, he was perfectly fine. I guess he had to retire, huh? Not long after that, Diddy and Jay-Z been running around acting like they fucking run LA. Just like I know Sean Carter poisoned and killed Kim Porter.
Whoa.
Just like I believe.
Whoa.
Just like I believe allegedly you tried to murder my friend and you poisoned my friend, I'll be sure.
Hang on.
You going down, honeycomb. You going down, you fucking nefarious bitch. Sue me, they ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm saying it. Come get me. Come get me. I'm waiting. Sue me, kill me, do something. Do something, niggas, other than threaten me. Do something.
Apart from the fact that Diddy benefited greatly from the death of the Black Godfather, there is this video showing the hip-hop mogul urging Avant to watch his back. So, is there any truth to Jaguar and Gene Deal's claims?
Mr. Clarence Avant. He was the boss. Music, movies, and the entertainment business. Clarence Avant was the type of dude, if he tell them white folks don't with him, they ain't gonna give you no business. I don't care how good your shit is. If it was about making a dollar, and if it made sense, he knew it was gonna make dollars, Mr. Avant was the man. And I used to say, I know California got beautiful weather, if it ain't burning. I know California got a lot of nice things. But why did Jay-Z and Puff move out there when they used to be scared to death to be out there? They were being groomed. When I seen Puff, y'all thought because Puff was hugged up with them white men in the NFL, the bosses, all up under them, that it was because allegedly maybe some gay tendencies. But they were being groomed. Puff probably was in first position. And Jay probably was in second position. Puff messed his position up. Still got a little power, but you don't go against the establishment and they people. You don't go against. Jay did a lot of shit for them people. They wanted to build housing close to downtown, affordable housing close to downtown Brooklyn. But he had y'all believe and stopped all that because they wanted the Barclays Center there. Everybody thought that was gonna be Jay. Jay gonna own the Barclay system. Jay gonna own the Barclay thing. A black man gonna own the Barclay thing. Well, if you can own something and you got 1% in it, I guess you 1% owner. 1 or 2%. But they will be being groomed to take over the power that Mr. Clarence Avant has in the Clarence Avant. If y'all didn't know, and some of y'all know y'all do, he was the reason Puff got out of California that night Big got killed. Clarence Avant got Puffy that private jet with the help of Andre Harrell, got Puff the out of California. Yeah, I think Jay got that position now because Puff went at them people. You ain't heard nothing about that bullcrap that he was talking about, this, that, and the third, about know what are they doing some under the table stuff, you know, and that is it. They doing some under the table stuff that's gonna clear that up. You understand what I'm saying? I don't believe that's going to court at all. What made me realize and believe that Jay is the predecessor of Mr. Avant is how he handled Busta Rhymes on that tape. Did anybody see that? I say Jay-Z is going to take the position of making deals and bringing certain things together that those white folks want together, and it's going to come through Jay-Z. I don't think Denzel or nobody else want that position, stuff like that. I think Jay is going to take it. Listen here, brother. Jay-Z made his money off investment. Who do you think told him about those investments? Who do you think put him in a position so he could get those investments? And make you think the way you think when was wearing button up on the corner. Jay had wearing button up shirts on the corner. His influence in the black community, his influence in the musical community, and he got his co-partner. B, just go in there and look at the motherfucking way and bat your eyes at him. And we're gonna get this deal done. All right, Jay.
I apologize, but where did Diddy get the idea to tell him to stay in his lane?
I'm gonna give it to you raw. Parents make sure that you don't get fucked. Straight up, there's a lot of fucking going on in the entertainment industry, the music industry. Everybody's getting caught up into something. I'm cured now, though. Everybody, I'm cured. Everything's good. You know, y'all can have me over for dinner. Everything is good.
Given all the information, it appears that Diddy and Jay-Z may have been responsible for the Avant hit. As everyone knows, these two are obsessed with fame, money, and maintaining their monopoly over the industry. They even managed to stop Jay Prince and Subka Knight from establishing an all-black distribution company with the assistance of the federal government because they didn't want to relinquish control over the market. What do you think of the situation? Did Diddy and Jay-Z really take out the Black Godfather? Are they really capable of going that low? Please share your thoughts in the space provided below.
Was there something that Clarence Avant didn't do? I don't think he owed money, but was he supposed to do something or not do something? Or was he supposed to do a favor he didn't act upon? You know, they make little examples out of folks. You know, if you don't do what they tell you to do, if they did you a favor and you don't do them a favor, you know, they'll send a message to you. You understand?